Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. So on the last episode we left you on a bit of a cliffhanger. We found a piece of what looked like the alternator to the van, so I'm not going to waste any further time. Let's go and see what that issue was. Okay, a little bit of drama. I've had to strip all the front right back down again because of that. Yes, we found this on the floor and I couldn't figure out where it came from, so I thought it might be the alternator. So I stripped it down to check the alternator, which is just down there, and it's fine, absolutely fine. So I think it might be some resident of the TT, sorry, not the TT, the S3, but I'm not sure. But it certainly doesn't appear to be from the van. I mean, the van, the engine runs absolutely fine, but you can never be sure, and I figured while it's easy for me to do it now, I figured let's strip it down. So all that work we did to put it back together, we now have to undo. But on the bright side, it didn't take me long to do this. I actually did it quite quickly, so putting it back together should be a cinch. So the next time you'll see this, it will be back together in one piece again. But at least we now know that this isn't from the van. What a relief, but what a pain. Okay, camera trick, and we're back in the room, all reassembled. Actually, on a bonus note, I finally figured out how this grill goes back. While not essential, it's a stone grill, that's what it is. It's designed to catch stones that they don't break the radiator. When I was putting it together, I couldn't figure out how it went back, but taking it apart and then having this in place, I worked out exactly how it went back, and now that's in place, locked into place. So there's always a benefit in taking these things apart. So I guess we just need to sort out these headlights, and then we can put this bumper back in place, and yeah, the van is going to be pretty much done on the front end. So let's do that. Okay, so everything's now back up and running. We've got a bumper on. It's not on permanently, it is just a temporary fit at the moment. I want to talk to you about this crack. I could repair this crack, and I will do it at some stage, just not at the moment. It's not essential. The grill hides most of it, you just see a little bit of it. This is a van, guys, so don't get hung up on this kind of stuff. But at some stage, when I see one available, I'm going to replace this bit here. So this bit and this bit are two different parts. They are separate. So if I see this by itself, then I'm going to replace it. If not, I will attempt to fix that, maybe. But my preference is to just get this piece of trim and replace it with that. So at the moment, not worried about that. So don't get hung up on it. Right, next we're going to fit the bonnet catch. The catch is here. I've given it a bit of a clean, so we just need to attach it. Now there's two cables on this. This is the bonnet release from inside the cabin, and then on the grill there is another release cable which releases the tab, which basically releases the bonnet catch. So you've got the bonnet secure hatch which secures it in place, and when you release it, it goes to the catch. Now the catch is so that if your bonnet release while you were driving, the bonnet doesn't fly open, it gets held by the catch. Well, to release the catch, you then press this. So there's it's a two cable system. Okay, so we've given this a bit of a clean because it was really gummed up, and we'll stick it on the vehicle. I'll give it a little bit of a lube, and then after that we'll attach the other cable. We've got a switch here. This is a little electronic switch that we need to also attach, but first of all we need to make sure that it's functional, so we'll do that now. Now the moment of truth. Does the bonnet catch work? Let's find out. Yeah, works a treat. That was me just releasing the other catch, but you saw it pop up, so it works. Brilliant. Alright, so there's only a couple of things left to do now. So that is to put the front grille in place, and then to sort out the side of the bumpers, and then this van is as good as complete. Yeah, so you're taking us 4 episodes instead of the normal 15 or 16 that we normally do. That's the benefit of being able to do this full time. Okay, let's get this done. And that is it, folks. This van is now completed. Everything is now in place. I've just put these little rubber bungs in place that you can see there. So I've got those from the old slam panel. They're now in place, and so now when we close the bonnet, that is it. All done. Ready for the MOT. I say ready. It's almost ready. There's one thing that I've got to do, as well as underneath. I'll do that. That's the snagging list. But the one thing that I'm waiting for the MOT, which is quite, well, I'm not sure if it's important. I'm going to check the regulations just to check. But in the back here, this light was broken, and I ordered this last Saturday, and it still hasn't arrived. I ordered it from Euro Car Parts, who are doing deliveries rather than you going in, unless you're an essential worker. And yeah, it's out for delivery, and it's going to take up to 4 to 5 days, even though it's literally half a mile up the road. And they've told me it's there, but I'm not an essential worker, although I might be, because I could class myself as a mechanic, really, can't I? Anyway, as soon as we get that, then that will be it.
72 hours later.
Okay, so it's a few days later, and still waiting for that light. Okay, so it's now finally come. Here is a light. It's only taken the best part of 7 days to deliver this. So I ordered this on May the 30th, right? Saturday the 30th. And it is now the 10th. It's the 10th, so it's only taking like 10 days to come. Ridiculous. Euro Car Parts sometimes. Anyway, they delivered a light, and guess what? It's the wrong one. It genuinely is the wrong one. So if you look at this light over here, this reversing light here, so it's got a lens here, but there's no bulb in there, right? Same as this. Look at that. It's the one for that. If I put, then these are reversible. I can fit these, but look, you then have that light at the top and no light down the bottom, and this side has a fog light. So unbelievable. Anyway, rang them up. They're gonna deliver this later today, the right one, and then I have to send this one back and get a refund. But just the sheer level of incompetence. It's anyway, moving on. Now, a lot of you mentioned about the gap in the door. Now, if you look at the door now, you will see that that door is now perfectly lined. Okay, and also one of you mentioned about the bottom of the door, the new door fitted, not bolting in properly. That's not the case. They actually do bolt in properly, and if I can just show you now, you can see that bottom latch is actually bolted in. Okay, so the door works top and bottom. Admittedly, when I showed it, it didn't, and that's only because it just needed a minor adjustment. But now with that minor adjustment, it now shuts properly. I don't need to do any effort, it just does it. All right, no shaking. There you go. So we've done the top. We still need to make some adjustments, and I'll show you what that is. So this is much better, this line, but this door just needs to come out just slightly to meet this, and so that gap will disappear. But in terms of this gap here, it is uniform the whole length along. Now, just want to say something. Sometimes there just isn't enough time to get all the jobs that I need to do done before getting the videos out. I try to post my videos every Monday and Thursday, so it's consistent, so you guys know 6 o'clock it's gonna drop a video, or sometime around there. And between scheduling, filming and getting parts, sometimes it just isn't enough time to complete it. So rather than delay the video by a day, I will produce the video and then send it out. And I don't want to keep repeating myself every time, I haven't been able to do that because of this and that. But just to give you some background, so for those people who commented, and I freely express your comments, enjoy your comments, I'm just explaining that sometimes I'm not able to do everything, purely just so that we can get the video to you on time. So by the close of today's video, that gap will be perfect. All right, so we're going to do that. So we're going to fit this, and then I've got to strip all of that so I can adjust the hinge and get that bit done. By the way, the MOT is booked for Monday the 15th, which happens to be exactly the same day that the S3 is going in a paint shop to get painted. And I want to thank Woodville Streatham, because they're giving me a fantastic deal to paint the S3 as a thank you for all the work that I've thrown their way recently. So it's yeah, really appreciative, guys.
Many tic tacs later.
The correct part at last. They delivered it. True to the word, I'll give them credit. They delivered it an hour later. So that's the bit that's wrong. This is the correct bit. As you can see, I have two. This one's going back. This is going on the van. We'll do that now. Okay, so we've stripped all the lights off now. What we're going to do is we're just going to adjust this so that we can get this door to come out using a what I'll probably won't show it on camera, but we will adjust this so that it comes out slightly further using these, because you've got a little bit of play here, and that will allow us to get the door lined up, but it's a little bit too much to and fro. I actually want to take this opportunity. I had a few comments in one of my videos a couple of weeks back about the Sonic tools, and I've gone out and bought myself some Halford advanced tools, which are really good. The Sonic tools box was sponsored by Tool Maniac, and I just want to thank Tool Maniac for the loan of that box for the next 6 months. And they've obviously taken it back because it's a huge cost, as you probably saw, and for a company to give it out like that needs to be agreed, and that's something that we never agreed. It was a 6-month loaner contract, so I want to thank Tool Maniac for that. It was great having that box, and if you want to give it to me again, more than happy, but at the moment I'm using my Halford Advanced tools, but I just wanted to clear that up so that there's no hate that goes out to those guys, because it was a huge deal them doing that for me, and I will forever be grateful. Right, let's sort out these hinges. Okay, so what has been a couple of minutes for you has been a few hours for me. So we've got this as good as we're going to get now. There's still a teeny gap, but trust me, it is so teeny, you're not going to get anything through there unless you really wanted to, and if you did, you'll be grossly disappointed. But in terms of the line gap, we are perfect, and we've shimmed up this hinge as best we can now, so it is in the perfect place. It is much better than it was before. Okay, so but it's not going to be perfect, because I think this door that we kept is slightly damaged at the top, so it's leaning out, but I think we've made a really good effort in terms of getting it close, and it closes beautifully, no issues there whatsoever. Same with the bottom one as well. Let me demonstrate. It closes and is secure at the top, and also is secure at the bottom you can see that it's latched in on that side as well. Well, you can't because it's so dark, but there you go, all latched in. Okay, so that is as good as it's going to get. We can now stop worrying about that and do the final job today, which is to add coolant. And once we add the coolant, we just need to take this for an MOT. By the way, I've tested that light, works perfect. So now I've got a rear fog light working as it should. Okay, so final job on the Trafic for today, the van, is to top it up with coolant. So this takes about 6.5 litres of coolant. We've got 5 litres here, so I'm going to get some more. But to do the interim fill, I'm going to use the old airline and vacuum system, and that way we know that we have got all the matrices covered. Now fortunately the header tank in this is higher than the actual coolant system, so we should be able to do it without too much issue. But the main thing is to check for any leaks in the system, and the vacuum part will show us, and then we'll top it up with coolant once we're happy. Okay, so van's been running now for about 10 minutes and coolant level is staying consistent, which is exactly what we want to see. So that is now complete and the system is completely charged, and I'm getting warm air coming the cab of the van as well to verify that as well. So that's all good. So that is it. Project van is now completed, and this project is now, it's been a great project actually, 5 weeks, and we've got this van all sorted. So this van is going to go in for an MOT on Monday morning, so you're seeing this Monday evening, so the MOT would have been done. So find out if it passed or not in a very near future episode. Now this week is a little bit special because you're going to get 3 videos. That's right, 3 videos this week. So you've got this one today, you've got another one on Wednesday, and you're going to get another video on Friday. So why we're having 3 videos this week? Well, we've got an announcement to make. Yes, so on Wednesday you're going to find out about a new working relationship with well, you'll find out on Wednesday. So big announcement, look forward to that. And then all being well, you'll have another video on Friday. Of course, if you're a Patreon, you already know what that announcement is, but I figured it was important to give you that announcement and then explain why by having another video talking about the details. So yes, I look forward to that. And all I'm going to say to you is something to do with Copart. That's all I'm going to say to you. Tune in on Wednesday, you'll find out the details, and then Friday you'll see another video which will really will start the feature off. So that's it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe down here, okay, and click on the notification bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. And also, if you haven't or considered become one of our Patreons, because Patreons get these videos and all the scoops ahead of our standard channel viewers. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this series, and you can go and binge watch it if you want. And we will see you on Wednesday.